A financial shift is happening right now, and most people don't even realize it. On the surface, life may seem normal. People are shopping, commuting, and going about their routines, but underneath, the rules of money, work, and wealth are quietly changing. Millions are already feeling the impact, even if they don't know exactly why. To understand what's happening, you need to look beyond the headlines and consider several interconnected factors that are reshaping the financial landscape in 2026. First, let's talk about inflation and purchasing power. Even though official numbers suggest that inflation has cooled from its peak, the reality for most households is different. Prices for essentials, groceries, housing, utilities, healthcare have stabilized at a higher baseline. What this means is that even if the rate of price growth slows, the absolute cost of living remains elevated. Many people notice that a paycheck that once seemed sufficient no longer stretches as far, and small increases in wages often fail to cover rising expenses. This slow erosion of purchasing power is subtle but powerful because it affects daily decisions and long-term financial planning. Interest rates are another crucial factor driving this shift. After years of historically low borrowing costs, the Federal Reserve raised rates to control inflation. Higher interest rates increase the cost of mortgages, car loans, credit cards, and other forms of debt. For households carrying loans, monthly payments rise, squeezing budgets and reducing disposable income. This also affects first-time home viewers, as higher mortgage rates make even moderately priced homes harder to afford. The combination of elevated interest rates and high housing prices has created what many experts call a financial bottleneck, where moving up or entering the property market is increasingly difficult. Another layer of this shift is the uneven nature of the job market. Technology, automation, and AI are transforming how businesses operate. Some industries are growing faster than ever, creating high-paying jobs for those with specialized skills. At the same time, other sectors are shrinking or evolving in ways that reduce long-term stability for many workers. Even if unemployment is low on paper, job security is more uncertain than it was a decade ago. People feel the effects in subtle ways. They may hesitate to switch careers, invest in long-term projects, or take risks because the financial landscape feels unpredictable. We also need to consider savings and investments. Many households learned the hard way during recent economic disruptions that relying solely on a paycheck is risky. As a result, people are prioritizing liquidity, emergency funds, and low-risk investments over high-risk growth strategies. While this is rational on an individual level, when millions adopt the same strategy simultaneously, it reduces overall economic momentum. People spend less, businesses earn less, and markets react to lower demand even when employment levels appear stable. Global supply chain adjustments and geopolitical factors are quietly amplifying these effects. Shipping delays, energy costs, and trade tensions increase the cost of goods, and businesses pass those costs on to consumers. Even items that were once considered affordable are now more expensive, contributing to the perception that money doesn't go as far as it used to. Demographics also play a subtle but powerful role. Aging populations in the United States and other developed countries place additional pressure on healthcare systems, social security, and pension funds. Younger generations enter the workforce with higher debt loads and face higher housing costs, making it harder to accumulate wealth or achieve traditional milestones. These structural changes create a long-term financial shift that is slow but persistent, affecting multiple generations simultaneously. What most people don't see is that this is not a temporary situation or a sudden crisis. It is a structural transformation of the economy. Money, debt, wages, housing, and technology are all interacting in new ways. Some sectors benefit, others struggle, and households must adapt quickly to maintain stability. Those who understand this shift and plan accordingly through careful budgeting, skill development, strategic investments, and thoughtful financial decisions have a significant advantage. Finally, perception versus reality plays a big role. Social media and news often emphasize success stories, luxury, and growth, creating a sense that everyone else is thriving while you are struggling. In truth, millions of people are navigating the same challenges silently. Recognizing that your financial stress is part of a broader structural change rather than personal failure is critical for making clear, informed decisions. In simple terms, the financial shift happening right now is a quiet reshaping of the rules. It affects wages, expenses, debt, investments, housing, and job security simultaneously. Most people don't notice it because it doesn't manifest as a sudden crash but as gradual pressure on daily life. Understanding this reality is the first step toward navigating it successfully. Those who adapt, plan, and stay informed are the ones who will emerge stronger, while those who ignore the changes may find themselves increasingly squeezed in a world where the financial landscape has quietly but fundamentally shifted.